Now, I gave you guys 3 Dog of the Night candidates last week, but if you guys watch the full card breakdown that I did, as well as the quick picks that I drop on Thursdays, you'll see that I only predicted one underdog to win on the night, and luckily, that was the one that ended up coming through for us with Manofito going out there and sweeping Aaron Blanchfield on the scorecards and end up cashing for me as a plus 165 underdog and having a very solid Dog of the Night weekend overall. We went 3-1 for plus 3.10 units, 77% ROI. Very happy with my performance on the Dog of the Night plays. Hope to keep that good stuff rolling this weekend. Again, that now improves our record on the year from to 14 and 20 for minus 3.56 units and minus 12% ROI. Again, we're in the right way. We're going the right direction, and hopefully we can continue to keep that going, get ourselves back into the black, and hopefully into some solid profit after the 5 events that we have this weekend. Yes, we got 5 events. PFL on Thursday. I believe it's LFA on Friday, KSW and Cage Warriors on Saturday, as well as the UFC to end off the weekend. If you're looking for breakdowns for those other cards other than the UFC and PFL, you can find that on the Lock of the Night Patreon page. Check the link in the description below, where I've written breakdowns for every single matchup, as well as the best prediction, best bet, best prop, best hedge, and best total as well. Make sure you guys check it out. I go through all these cards with a fine-tooth comb, thanks to the MMA Fight Archive. 7-day free trial to that as well if you like to do your own studying and don't want to scour the web for all these fighter links to these past fights for them. We got it all for you on one spot with over 3,400 fighter profiles for you to research through. We got you covered. All right, let's get into the top 3 Dog of the Night candidates that I have for this weekend. Like I said, last weekend, I only predicted one underdog to win, but there are a handful of underdogs that I like this weekend, but these are the 3 that I feel most confident in, but only one of them can end up being the actual Dog of the Night play, and if you're looking to find out which that is, that I've already posted on the Patreon page, check the Lock of the Night Patreon page. That's where we have it. All right, first Dog of the Night candidate is going to be Cesar Almeida, who comes in at plus 130 as he takes on grinder Dylan Budka. Both of these guys are coming off the Contender series, but I am a little bit more impressed with Almeida, especially considering the lengthy kickboxing career that he's had and showcasing the improved grappling that we saw from him against Lucas Fernando a couple months back. He has showcased solid takedown defense, good work in the clinch, and even some good offensive grappling where he was able to land some big shots from top position against former LFA champion Lucas Fernando. If he is indeed an improved grappler, especially with his ability to keep fights upright, I expect him to go out there and nullify the grinding game of Budka and utilize his superior striking to eventually I think he chips away at Budka. Budka will be tough to put away, but to even just get Almeida at plus money here, I think is a solid spot. Budka is the more physically imposing fighter and probably the stronger of the two, but I think the more technically skilled fighter here is Almeida, and I think he's a no-brainer shot at plus 130 as an underdog. The second Dog of the Night candidate I have for you guys is going to be Cynthia Calvillo, who comes in at plus 115 as she goes up against Piera Rodriguez. Now, obviously, both these women have some very different records, 9-1 on the Rodriguez side and 9-6-1 for Cynthia Calvillo, but a lot of people are going to be focusing on the very unfortunate streak that Calvillo is on, where she is 0-5 over her last 5 fights. Not a good look, but I will give her some credit that she showed some life in that last fight against Lupita Godinez, where she was able to get some top time in the first round and really bloodied up Godinez in the third round with her long jab and improving striking game. But I think that Calvillo normally does her best work when she's able to drag opponents to the ground, and she's had some difficulties doing so against some of the higher level of opponents that she's been facing recently. And luckily for her, I think she has a good stylistic matchup here against Rodriguez, who is still trying to build her name and get some solid experience. And we saw her come up short in her first ever professional loss last time around against Jillian Robertson, and I think that we'll see Calvillo be able to replicate that type of success, showcasing she's the stronger wrestler here, and I think she could even potentially work to a submission position to cash that plus 700 prop. So I do like Calvillo as a dog here. Again, the momentum is really not in her favor considering the tough run she's on, but this seems to be the type of matchup she should be able to get back into the win column, and hopefully she can do it emphatically and cash that plus 115 ticket. All right, the third and final dog of the night play is going to be Chris Curtis in the main event, coming in at plus 180. The first time he went up against Brendan Allen, I believe back in 2020 or 2021, if I'm not mistaken, he was closer to a plus 250, plus 300 underdog, and he pulled off the upset that night, winning the first round and then eventually knocking out Brendan Allen in the second round. Now he gets this short notice opportunity to try to make it 2-0 against all-in Brendan Allen, and he finds himself still as an underdog at plus 180, and I think that's a good enough price tag to take a shot on him once again. We know Curtis is the better striker, and Allen is still looking to improve his striking, and this will be the ultimate test to see if he has improved it enough to take a step to the next level. Allen is best when he's able to get opponents to the ground, but Curtis has good enough takedown defense to keep fights upright, and anytime Allen enters the pocket, he's going to be in for a bit of a shit kicking, as Curtis will showcase superior boxing and superior power, which could potentially lead to another knockout victory for him. So at plus 180, I think Curtis is worth another shot, and if Allen is able to pass this fight or pass this test with flying colors, he is definitely a fighter we need to keep an eye on as a potential threat to the top of the middleweight division. But let's see if he has made the necessary improvements to get the job done. Give me Chris Curtis as the third and final dog of the night play for, or dog of the night candidate for UFC Vegas 90. Which of these three did I end up going as the official lock of or dog of the night play? Check out the Patreon page. That's where I've already got it posted. Otherwise, let me know what underdogs you guys are liking in the comment section below. Which of these three do you think are good? Which of these three do you think are bad? Are there any other underdogs that you're feeling? Let me know in the comment section below. A ton of content today. Drop the top three lock of the night candidates, and also I believe the full card for the PFL breakdown is out as well. Check out the full channel for all that great content for you guys, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow for the quick picks version of the UFC Vegas 90 breakdown. See you guys then. Peace.